It's time to start filing those taxes, and Mindy McIntosh is joining us from McIntosh and Associates to help us get the most from our returns. So thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, do you recommend, is there really a difference between if you file early or file later?
You know, really what we like to say if they're going to do that is to file electronically. So if they do that, it'll actually give them their refund earlier. And I am always planning with my clients all throughout the year, so I don't like them to file later. I want them to plan now, plan accordingly, because we're already into 2015. And so, you know, we're already into new things throughout this year. So I really like to say, go ahead and file early if you can. There's definitely some items that I would like to see them do with a refund if they are going to receive one.
Right, so sometimes it's better not to procrastinate.
Right,
Now,
right.
What is your take on saving receipts?
What I say is they need to definitely save receipts, itemize them. Depending on what type of business you're in, you may have a 3 or 4 folder type of system. You might have a 12 or 15. But if you can itemize them really by category, some people like to do it by month, but it can get a little daunting when it comes tax time to do it that way. So we like them to go ahead and put them in itemization and then do that every single month from different categories. You know, and that way it does help, because a lot of times when people do receive that tax refund, if they are receiving one, it's about, you know, 2 paychecks on average. And so some people think, well, this is a bonus. This is, you know, like me getting a gift. Well, really I like to sit with my clients and say, now, you've worked hard for this money, so let's really take a look at where we're going to place that and what you're going to do with that money. And we kind of have some tips on what we advise for our clients to do with that.
Not necessarily, you know, splurge or go on the next big shopping spree.
Right, right. What we like to do is we say, on average, we want you to have 3 to 6 months as far as like a stability blanket for your emergency type of fund. If you don't have one, it's a really great start to actually put that aside and really save that in case you have that emergency come up. If you do, then we're advising our clients to put things in different hybrid accounts or save for the retirement that they might have. If they've done that part, then we kind of will move on as far as like, well, let's pay it down. So by pay it down, I don't mean just let's get rid of a credit card you might have, but if we really teach our clients, let's not have any credit card debt, let's really realize what those interest rates are, pay down an extra payment on your mortgage, or help pay more for those college loans for a child or a grandchild. So that's really helping as well.
Yeah. Are there any hidden tax refunds maybe we might be missing out on?
A lot of times we've seen with different accountants, obviously you're going to want to get advice from your actual accountant or CPA that does that for you, but there's different things that come up all the time. I mean, with the Affordable Care Act, that's the big buzz right now. You know, what do people need to do for that? What are the tax forms? So you really need to rely on them to help you there, but really be disciplined all throughout the year, or even stretch out the way you're claiming. I mean, if you go to my website at wealthmichigan.com, there's an IRS form on there that really calculates how much you should be withholding. So if you're getting too much back in a refund, then you should lower that withholding. Because you really don't want to get more back in a refund than what really that tax that was owed throughout the year. There's other ways that you can use that fund to grow it, save it, pay other things off.
Absolutely. Do you have any final tips for everyone as we start filling out our refunds?
Planning, planning, planning. I always say let's be diligent, let's plan, let's prepare for the future. You always can look into day-to-day living, but invest in yourself, invest in your career, even, you know, further education. I'm a firm believer in that. And just to keep organized and sit down, you know, with your financial professional and your tax accountant and go through all of these items, maybe even on a quarterly basis.
Perfect. Great advice for everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.